Hello friends, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, I am so glad that you have come back to join the fun. This, if you aren't aware, is the December daily. I have already drawn for the winner, which I will announce here in a second. I had help from my dear husband. And I have a winner, and I will be reaching out to them, but I wanted to give you a quick flip through, just so you could see how it ended up. What I did this time is I did raffle tickets, which was really kind of fun. And I didn't do as many videos as I would have liked to on me creating this, just because the holidays were here with Thanksgiving and it just didn't work out. But I hope you'll all forgive me and take a quick look at this. So the first thing that I did is, this is a Lennox. It's for a, you can put a little card, a gift card on it, and then you hang it on your, hang it on your tree. So I popped this on there with a little ornament, and this is full of, I won't show what's in here, but it's full of all kinds of little goodies, and the entire Santa's Toy Shop story is in here in this little bag as well. So the recipient, gosh, no, I hope I don't forget to share who it is. We'll get to enjoy all the goodness that's inside of there, in addition to that cute little Lennox ornament / gift card holder. I did end up doing a dangle. I didn't do anything fancy with the rings because I wanted it to be able to clear easily, but I did fill this with tons of goodness. And in here, let's see if I can find it. This was an old vintage, I don't know, it was just a bunch of vintage brass bells and little red beads. And then I added a few more dangles just to make it a little more pretty, but it's heavy and it's cute. I topped it with a cute little red satin bow and a tiny little Santa. And that is the dangle. You can just flip it up like that. So then inside, what I ended up doing on the front and or I'm not on the inside, on the actual journal, on the front, I left it as it was. I did replace the spine. How did I do that? Oh, I used my heat gun to take it off, and then I very carefully put it back on and then just put lace on either side. I am not terribly excited about how these eyelets turned out, but they're going to work, and I decided to top it just with the book corners because that's what it kind of needed. And you guys all voted just to leave the prettiness of the natural cover, so that is what I did, and just added the book corners as well. And then inside we have, just want to make sure, the vintage wallpaper, and then I have a couple of little things inside here. I won't show every single little thing. This was from another book, The Night Before Christmas, and I just liked that because it's a December daily, so I popped that in the front. And then what you probably saw if you've been watching for a while is I went through and did a whole bunch of, okay, let's get creative with numbers and see what we can use. And this is where we ended up. So you saw a lot of these. Every one of these inside of here has got surprises. That's a vintage recipe. There's just all kinds of goodness. And I want to make this fun for the person that's getting it. So I don't want to show you a ton of it. I put a couple of little extras in here. This is chocked full. All of them, you can kind of maybe tell that they've got a lot of goodies in there. This one, we did the embossing numbers, so they're kind of raised off the page with some of Angela with Creates with Angela. She sells these beautiful papers on the Maker's Market, hand-dyed papers. And yeah, they're just really fun. And by the way, speaking of embossing powders, stay tuned. If you don't come to our sales, whether they're our live sales on YouTube or on the Maker's Market, go to district.net/Maker's Market, join, and then you can set up your notifications however you wish to get notified when folks go live. Not just myself, but all of the makers. And there are a lot of them. And so you can, pick up some really great things on the sales. This one, I just ended up doing a little stamp on there. And this was one of my favorite pages. Whole Mary Engelbreit in there. Little card. This is one of my digitals. Those are on the Maker's Market as well. But embossing powders. I recently bought I did a couple of things. I did, there was an auction where someone was a crafter, so I bought a bunch of things, and one of those things was tons of embossing powders. So if you are someone, this was a new addition, by the way. If you're someone who likes embossing and doesn't have a lot of powders, those could get really expensive. I will be selling those on one of my lives at dollar starts, so you'll want to show up for that. This is another one of my digitals, and this one I used, this was from the Advent, and then I added one of those little number tabs as well. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm not showing you a whole lot of details because I want to save that for our winner. And I think, well, let's see, we're over halfway through the pages. So let's just talk about who the winner is. So Dave helped me. I needed to do it, like I said, with the holidays. I wanted to go live and do it, and that just was not going to happen. So, instead, I supported all my friends who did go live and did some live sales, and had Dave draw the winner. And the winner is Gardens and Books. She was the lucky recipient to get drawn by my husband, Gardens. You can thank Dave for that. And so this will be coming her way. Now, Gardens, I will be reaching out to you because I'm a little concerned with the postal, how do I say this? The postal challenges that we have right now with Canada and the Postal Service. So we'll have to talk about that and figure out what we're going to do so that you can get this. My worry is that you're not going to get it for December dailies this year, so that makes me sad, but hopefully we can work it out. This was really fun. What I ended up doing, if you haven't watched the other videos, you can go to my December daily playlist and you'll find this, you'll find last year's, you'll find all of the things that I've done for the month of December in the years past. But I wanted to use, I had bought some vintage reproduction cards, and so I wanted to use you've seen some of those in here, but I really liked this craft card envelope, and so I wanted to make it neutral and just add fun things on there. So what you'll see is pockets that are a little bit different, and I did them so they were stacked like this one. It's hard to tell because there are other pages in between, but if I would have just left them, they would have been stacked all the way from the top of the journal to the bottom, and there were 5 in each set. So what I did is just made each one of them a little bit longer, a little bit wider, whichever way I needed to go in order for them to stack. And it was really easy. It wasn't that difficult, but I hope that makes sense. I just kind of laid them the way I wanted, and then figured out where I wanted the papers to go so that it would lay correctly. But it was very fun. See, like this one went all the way to the end, so that pocket is much bigger, but the envelope ends about right here, if that makes sense. And then the last page is more vintage paper. I used a bingo number there and a little dangle, lots of little dangles, lots of little fun. Here's a vintage greeting card, and then more of the wrapping paper. So very, very fun. I tried to do something different for the December daily. I don't know. I mean, I won't say I will or won't do another one next year. I love this, by the way. This is just a gift tag, but I just popped it on there like that. I usually do one Christmas or winter project each year. I'm one of those people who, like, I don't want to watch, I don't know. I'm not big into all of the Christmas journals. I love to do Christmas assemblage. I thought I would get a lot of that done this year. Guess what? Probably won't. And I don't want to create a lot of Christmas assemblage that then sits on my shelf and doesn't sell this year. So what I think I'll do is get my assemblage things out, and then I will create some things, but not Christmas related, so that I could put them in either the Maker's Market or the other boutique that I own is Restoration Harmony Home, which is all home decor. So that's probably what I will do. But I do have fun doing something different for December dailies. If you haven't seen last year's December daily, go check that out. I did do tutorials on the step-by-step process, and it was a stacked book with rings, but it was turned this way, and it was one of my favorite journals I've ever done. So check that out as well. And I appreciate you being here. Congratulations, Gardens. I hope that you are as excited as I am. And I can't wait to get this off to you soon. Until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.